Here we go. It's Stizzy and Jack and a rematch versus Noasaki and Charlie B. Caliente versus Dig. Jack and Stizzy made their way back to this rematch. They actually did not match up in the winners finals. They matched up in the winners semis, but they might be the two strongest teams. Now, here is the subplot to the current matchup. When I joined the previous game between these two, I did so in Jack and Stizzy's party, so I didn't have to type in all the info. This time, after Jack and Stizzy said, we don't want to be in your party, being in your party is bad luck, we lost. Charlie B and Noasaki did invite me in order to get me in here quickly. Will they be cursed? Surely not, because if anything, I'm good luck. But it's not going to look great for me if they don't win. Fear, should I subscribe? You should subscribe not only to the Twitch channel with your Twitch Prime, but to the YouTube video if you're watching right now. Stizzy has been en fuego in many of the games today. And it's going to actually, right as I say it, throw the ball out ahead of a defender. It's a ground play, but it's a quick one. Noasaki swings to pick up the corner and just enough speed. What a shot. 94 km/h to put Stizzy and Jack up 1-0. Now, I've done this before, but everyone gets confused in the Rocket League world as Stizzy's going to get a goal. I might try and do it again, but everyone freaks out and says, oh, you're typing W or L for the teams you like. If I put a W next to Noasaki and Charlie B's name, you guys understand that that means they're coming from the winner's bracket and therefore have 2 lives. And the L next to Stizzy and Jack's name is because they're coming from the loser's bracket and therefore have only 1 life. They have to win both series. Now, the one thing I don't like about Start GG is it always puts the higher seed and like the winners on the orange team, which is just, I don't know. To me, that's insane work. I feel like everybody by default expects the winners to be on the blue team or the higher seed to be on the blue team. The predictions are usually for the first series. So we'll do a prediction per series. Are you saying L for Jack Stizzy because they didn't invite you to the party? Some might say it's W and L for who is down to have me in their party. But those people would be wrong. It is just for who's coming out of the winner's bracket or who's coming out of the losers. Dopak, thank you for the gifted sub. Dig lost to this team you see right here. This is the team that sent them to lowers. So they are back for revenge. Oftentimes, double elimination brackets will work out that way. What a save. Which is nice. Because now, the bracket reset means if Stizzy and Jack win this series, you know, they don't really deserve to win yet because really these teams are 1-1. So they play out the decider. And oftentimes, double elimination brackets work that way. Now, Jack just outplayed his teammate in order to give Charlie B an easy shot. Stizzy was going to try and take that ball, but Jack said, nope, I'm busy passing it out to the other team. One goal deficits for Caliente with 2 minutes on the clock. Noasaki trying to get some sort of dribble going, but Jack's not going to have it. Charlie B able to recover and make the save. Stizzy might have a 1v1 for a bit. Doesn't have a ton of boost left over to make something real happen. Charlie B banks on that by just backing off. And actually, nice speed from Charlie B. He's going to tie the game. Jack dives in and is not able to affect this play. Stizzy, you know, did pick up boost and was potentially going to be able to recover, but isn't quick enough. And the RLCS 2025 contender will get his third goal. I believe they released some of those titles recently because Stizzy was talking about how he got it. Do you get the titles underneath yours like you do in ranked? If you were a world champion, do you also get all the titles like finalist, etc.? I don't think you do. Yes, you do? Interesting. It would be weird to use finalist when you have like the champion of a certain LAN. Stizzy dropping a great pass, slightly toxic. Maybe he's talking about the bump attempt because it was actually Caliente who slammed it into the ceiling for him. I do not have any of those titles. Wait, there's not people in chat littered with RLCS champion titles to answer this question for us? You don't get finalists for an event you win. Winning a regional doesn't get you all lesser titles. Okay, that's what I thought. Whereas, like, you get every reward in ranks. Nice speed up from Charlie B. 35 seconds left to go. And Charlie B, first touch is a strong one, and then booms it even more. And it's Christmas where he's at, with all the presents flying out of the nets. Ooh, a Spanish kickoff on the Spanish player. They should have known that they'd be ready, although Stizzy is maybe not ready. That was a bit dangerous. Far part of the net available. Charlie B did not put it on target. Jack and Stizzy going to combine again for a team pinch. They have been very willing to throw themselves on offense, and that was kind of the difference in the first series between these guys. Is Caliente did a really good job of punishing every time they were gifted an open net. Are we going to get overtime in game number one? Jack pre-jumps the potential start from Charlie, but instead he's going to flick it up to Noasaki. Jack will cover that. Stizzy's going to ground this one. OT in game number one. Half flip kickoff. I think they did this in a previous OT. Game 5 OT, I think Stizzy did a half flip kickoff. And I'm not sure it worked out for them. They did end up losing that one, although they have a much better position off of this kickoff than they did before. Stizzy, chance on net. Noasaki saw it coming, pre-jumped it, cut it off. Never allowed it to see the nets. Charlie B couldn't get out to the ball in time. Stizzy will play it around him. Noasaki put an extra power on it. Right now, they're getting pinned back, though. Charlie B has boost, but Noasaki does not. Dunk against Charlie. He keeps it out. And still is the one to pick up the boost. Noasaki's just camping back out, waiting for the 100. It finally does spawn. Charlie will dish him the ball, and he'll get to work. Lean back reset for Noasaki. Goes to the ground. Plays it into the hands of Stizzy, which is exactly what Jack was planning on by pre-jumping high. Jack, is he shooting at an open net? Charlie B, no. Will easily be able to get back. Not nearly enough power. Stizzy fakes the challenge and sends the hook shot high. Noasaki was trying to make something out of it anyways. Not easy to do. As the ball will head to a mirrored position on the back wall of the orange team. Jack, demo at the midfield. Boomer ball back and forth. Charlie Beach actually intercepted Noasaki and now has handed the ball over to Stizzy, who has a great chance. Reset. Drop the ball down. Jack doesn't feel like he has the angle, so isn't going to boom the ball off the back wall and allow a powerful counterattack. Instead, goes soft. Another cutoff from Noasaki, who has been rising up and taking away the angles early. 2 minutes into overtime at a 4-4 game. All of a sudden, no one wants to score anymore. now that everything's on the line. Jack just waiting this one out, knows he's going to eventually get control. Now it's Charlie B all alone. Jack in a 1v1. No boost from Noasaki to get back. Air dribble bump will work. Do not let Jack play 1v1. Game number 1 will end after 2 minutes and 17 seconds of overtime. Dignitas begin the comeback to reset the bracket. Funka join team. Game number 2. Stizzy able to survive. The bump pressure. Look at the pogo shot from Noasaki. You don't often see the pogo this way. As he flips to the ball. I'm not sure he got the reset or not. But he is going to pogo it to the net. And there's nothing Jack can do to stop such a powerful shot. Stizzy, quick kickoff. Immediately tied up. Let's take a look at the kickoffs because Dig has gotten a few now. I don't know if Charlie B is intentionally delaying there, but it's just getting dunked over the top by Jack, and it's putting his teammate out of position where Stizzy has more runway to make a read. Stizzy going to pre-flip back. I think another half-flip kickoff, but it does not work out. It's going to give a goal right back to Caliente. He does pre-flip and make this save. But then he just passes them the ball. And Jack is nowhere to be found. Charlie B forced into using his flip by Jack, who's just hovering just outside the air dribble range. Now Jack trying to get something going. Stizzy's going to get a demo off ball, but actually might have left the net open now as Jack got dispossessed. Just barely makes it back in time. Jack around 1. He's not going to be able to boost back to the ball, and that's kind of the role of that first defender in 2v2. Dispossess the player on the ball. And then it's an easy cleanup after that. Stizzy, double too soft. Noasaki keeps it from finding its way into the nets. Solid 50. Can he pre-flip out to this ball? Jack does, but Charlie B gets back in time. Jack around 1. Is he going to go for a bump instead? I see again. As long as you dispossess him, there's ideas of a play, but just not enough speed to make it happen. Stizzy just packs some heat on the shot. And even though the defenders are there, it's not going to matter. Nice placement from Jack. I mean, Charlie B's right there in the perfect spot to jump up and clear that one away. But it's too fast. You got a 30-minute ban earlier and you got some work done. Well, there you go. We're just helping out. I hate when the subs get timed out. Clearly there's enough speed, but that's like a full day you just got. I'm sorry. There might have been enough speed, but there wasn't enough DSC 1439. Okay, I'm glad that guy got timed out though, right? Sometimes it could do some good. That one was a correct timeout. Stizzy Chain and some dashes. Noasaki on the ball right now in a 2-2 game. Jack, can he find the angle? He does! Not an easy shot. Stizzy gonna drop him the nice shot. Pinched it high. Charlie B respawns, and he cannot cut off this angle. Is he going to make it 4-2? Good little separation. Stizzy not enough boost to beat Charlie, but he sends it straight into the ceiling and into Jack. And now Stizzy and Jack trying to get something cooking. Interesting first touch reset from Charlie. Seemed like such a soft touch, maybe not the way to go, but he does get the ball into a position where Noasaki can roll it on target. Jack off to Stizzy. Jack trying to run ahead and get some bumps. Stizzy has a reset, puts it towards the net, but Charlie B just barely able to make the save after dodging the bump pressure. Now Jack bumped at the midfield. Pre-jumps over the top, but again, dispossesses the first player. Noasaki, though, follow-up is slammed into the left side of the nets. Good fake there to hold off from Charlie B, and then Stizzy is expecting a 50. Instead, Charlie B just leaves and allows Stizzy to tap the ball to his teammate. Noasaki just trying to muscle his way into a shot opportunity and has it. Jack, how did he save that? That ball went 90% of the way in, but he forces it off the post and maintains his lead. Noasaki not able to get back to that ball. Jack is turtled and somehow survives what felt like a situation in which he should have been demoed. Jack, big clear. Maybe one more opportunity coming up here for Caliente as they get past Jack, and they put one on target. Jack should be able to have the save, though. But now both of them forced into net. Charlie B not quick enough. Jack recovers, clears, and probably ends the game. They're trying to get a bracket reset here, and they've put themselves in a good position. Oh, wait. Hold. Hold. Now it's down. 2-0. In game number 2, or match. Game number 2, match number 1. Well, it might be 2. Game number 3. Noasaki gonna score instantly. As I'm sure they do not want to go to another series. They're gonna have to reverse sweep in this one. And I'm not sure they've seen a lead very often, but they'll see one now. Tell me this won't be here during LCS 1s. I will get hyped and forget. No, it's just we're just messing around, chat. No. Are we playing counting game every single stream? No, we're not. So it's okay. We're just having a good time. Jack with a decent dunk. We got Noasaki in the octopus. Has he always been in the octopus? demo. I think Stizzy should be able to take it clean, though. Oh, Noasaki with a big miss. If they had known that he was missing there, it would have been a free opportunity. But, of course, impossible to predict a guy in this lobby is just randomly not going to touch the ball. In fact, it might have even been an intentional reaction not to after he had seen he had forced defenders to back off. Jack throws one on target. Noasaki able to guide it away. No real opportunities here for either team as they feel it out back and forth. Jack got just enough on that. Stizzy's looking for a redirect. Actually, no, he tries to keep it in his control, and for good reason. Able to put a shot on target. Now it's Charlie B versus Jack. Jack should have the patience here to wait out the shot and make the save. Jack double, not denied. Noasaki gets a touch, but he can only force it in. We watched it from the defender POV. Jack making sure not to shoot right away when Charlie B was ready. Instead, shoot on the follow-up. Noasaki sure was there, but couldn't stop him. I'm not sure if they're playing with comms or not. I'm thinking that Stizzy and Jack are not, based on how much they quick chat each other. But you never know. Maybe Caliente are. As you can see, Stizzy says, my bad, and Jack says, no problem. As Stizzy feels like he handed this one over to Charlie B to shoot on an open net. Again, the open nets are certainly much more frequent in favor of Caliente. Jack set up off the sidewall. Stizzy is looking at an open net randomly. This didn't seem like an opportunity that necessarily deserved an open net. But Noasaki dives, and Charlie B has taken a field trip somewhere else. Nowhere to be found. Jack trying to decide whether or not he can wait upfield. Does transition to the ground. Has Noasaki recovering late, and his flip reset shot is fast enough. You saw Noasaki on low boost. He's going to have to take a trip through the corner. Gets to the side wall, but was never going to have a chance at saving that strong of a shot. Stizzy not going to be able to continue this dribble as Jack now has the ball taken away from him. CB is Charlie B of Caliente. Minute left to go. A sweep potential for Dig as they try and reset the bracket. It's not looking good for players who queue into the game on my team because Noasaki and Charlie B have not won a game since being partied up with me. But I don't know if they know about the curse because they invited me. I have to switch for the bracket reset. I don't know. Maybe they'll just kick me out of the party, and I'm not sure if they're going to recreate a new lobby with new info or they're just going to start running it back. I guess they still had a chance. DC and Jack are still complimenting each other after the save. keeps them from having to deal with any crazy 0-second situations. Earn Wheezy. I'll give my VIP to Koi if we stop this nonsense. I think with all nonsensical things we add to the stream, it's got at least one day in it. I think we've got at least one day. And Koi also already has VIP. Is Dizzy trying to get one more? Series 1 goes to Stizzy and Appjack. Chat, here we go. It's a rematch. Stizzy and Jack versus Noasaki and Charlie B. And you might be thinking that I put an L next to Noasaki and Charlie B's name because they left my party and don't want to hang out with me. But that's not true. I put an L next to their name to let everybody know that both teams have now lost. And therefore, this is the final best of 5. Stizzy and Jack versus Noasaki and Charlie B. Both teams have won one series while being in my party. The question is, who can win on their own? You told Charlie about the curse? Should I say bracket reset on the... no, grand finals is fine. We got the 2 L's to indicate the bracket reset. Stizzy gonna be the first to score. I need to get some water. This stuff's been going too fast. I'm just sitting here with no water. Can you guys just use Feer TTS to commentate for 1 second? All right, I'm back. But the TTS is coming in anyways. Oh wait, you can't. Guys, the TTS doesn't work. I scammed you. I lied. I forgot that TTS does not work during show matches. So it was just a full-on scam. Yeah, we're going to do NA later today as well. Yeah, and for good reason. After looking at that bold-blooded TTS... I'm glad that the TTS is not on. (1-0) lead for Dignitas. Couldn't you do a series score thing? So before the bracket reset, it was 1-0 England, and now it's 1-1. You mean instead of the double L's? We could, in theory, do that. But we won't. Stizzy with the flick. Directly down into Charlie B. That dunk needed to be strong in order to buy Stizzy time, and he bought him just enough. Unable to force this double into the top corner. Noasaki gonna reset on 100. Has Stizzy getting chased down. Stizzy, though, actually gets a demo anyways. Even though he's forced to go early, makes it work. Keeps his team at a 1-0 lead. Owasaki getting shadowed by Stizzy. Gets a bump. Is there an angle for a shot? There is, but it's the softest shot of all time. And it's just going to be a pass the other way. Nowasaki pre-jumping. Does well to cover any real options. Allowing his teammate time to get back. Stizzy, did he miss this open net? Nope, he did not. He could never dream of a world in which he misses that open of a net. Nice demo by Jack. Just gives up on the ball and goes instead straight for the defender. Looking for 4 straight wins. Stizzy and Jack on fire. It's impossible to say what the difference has been between their match earlier and now. And right as I say that, it is going to be a goal off the kickoff for Caliente. Osaki on 14 boost. He needed a teammate to pass to because there's not much he can create with just 14, but Nowasaki instead went to go try and pick up demos for him. Got to get both them. Exclamation point rules just got him timed out. Brutal. Charlie B with one last chance. Stizzy and Jack just need to hit the ground for 4 straight wins. And Charlie B basically own gold. That'll do it. Game 1 of Series 2. Headed to the Dig Duo as well. Game number 2. Charlie B immediately challenging Stizzy off the ceiling to try and keep them pinned back in the opening to this game. They are looking to try and break what has been a tough few games for them. Nowasaki just getting bumped off the ball like crazy. I'm not sure Charlie B is in the best spot to make this save. Nowasaki not able to clear it away, so we have to continue to play defense. Stizzy wants the demo, has to leave, but quickly returns. Nawasaki's out ahead, running interference, hoping for a follow-up, but his teammate not quick to gain control. Jack faking, going high, gets Charlie B up and back down. Solid control by the Caliente squad in order to not allow a shot opportunity yet with a minute left to go, and Dig is starting to keep this ball on the orange half. Nowasaki delayed flick. Stizzy's going to fake and just leave that. Much better to allow Jack to clear it away. Charlie B patiently waiting. Actually does dodge Jack, but they get a fortunate pinch directly towards the net. Jack to the ceiling. Does intercept. The early challenges have been great. Stizzy, can he finish off this double? Oh, what a save by Nowasaki, but he did not clear it out enough. It will be Dignitas with the first goal of game number 2. Stizzy getting out over the round. Charlie B, and then what a force straight down. Credit to Nowasaki for being there at all, but Dignitas on a hot streak, and it will continue. Dig arriving to the kickoff late. Was Stizzy the lead man and he just left maybe? Stizzy, when he's been first on the ball, has been doing a ton of mix-ups on the kickoffs instead of just going straight for the ball, leaving and allowing either Jack to go or nobody to go. Jack to Stizzy. Charlie B denies, but it's Dig back on offense. Charlie B, low boost, respawning. Nowasaki's not going to have much either, but he is still able to make the save. Another demo. They want to keep him dead. Stizzy, ooh, that was a saucy catch. You could see him power sliding to cut the ball. Still not in yet, but that one will be. Stizzy bangs it home. And 1JMRHH subscribes to celebrate. Thank you for the 3 months of Tier 1. I think I may have to stop timing out chatters. They're DMing me now. I need to escape from the DMs. Not the best touch from Jack, but it doesn't matter. The Caliente squad has just not been able to get anything going, and every opportunity, Stizzy is once again cooking up something great. And here, heavy touch on the catch, but perfectly arrives for the double to make it 3-0 and put themselves on triple match point, I would have to assume. There is absolutely no reason to believe that this Caliente Charlie B is not moving. So I think he's all but forfeited this game. Are we going to see a pogo? Oh, he lost connection. What do the rules say? I think the rules say they're probably just going to take this game loss, if I had to guess. Game number 3. Another half flip kickoff from Stizzy. I would have to assume happened off camera. But Jack being forced to go up and make a play on the ball. It has been absolute utter domination. Ooh, Stizzy arrives just a little bit too soon. He drops the my bad. The Dig squad has looked far superior over the last few games. It is 5 straight game wins for Jack and Stizzy after losing game 5 in the first matchup to these guys. They have now swept the first and are looking to try and sweep the second. Now, if you're Nowasaki and Charlie B, you just gotta tell yourself, just 3 wins. You're 3 wins away, no matter how many you've lost in a row. Just win 3 right now. And you're champions of the EU 2v2 Cash Cup. Jack getting undercut. Charlie B will put one in. Jack getting bullied by everybody on Caliente. Nowasaki hanging out underneath him, cutting him off, and Charlie B making sure to also air dribble bump him just in case he did recover. Oh my goodness, Jack. That was clean. I thought he was going to pogo, but then instead, landing in reverse and keeping the dribble going into a flick. Pretty saucy as well. Nowasaki will take on the Diaz challenge. I know you guys can't see, but my Discord overlay just told me that Diaz started playing Rocket League right at that moment, right as the dribble started. Not the best clear from Charlie B. He's going to hand it over to Dig. Jack and Stizzy will dunk him. Jack and Stizzy passing back and forth. It feels like now that the Dig win is all but inevitable. unless we're looking at a Caliente lead. Stizzy, can he get that tight angle? Decides not to go for it at all. Now leaves Jack back to recover. What an intentional save off the post by Jack, low on boost. Works out to immediately end the possession of Caliente, although they're right back in control after swapping back and forth. Stizzy, oh, there's nobody back at all. I thought for sure there'd be somebody home. I knew they got past one, but I didn't realize there was nobody else there. Oh, they both dove. They just both dove into the corner. Truly something they have to regret. And a 2-1 lead now for Dig. Nowasaki not able to muscle through Stizzy. Plays it right to Charlie B. Jack now trying to make something happen without any boost left over. 2 minutes left to go. Dig could, in theory, start to play a bit more passive and try and lock in their win. But that does not seem like something they've been wanting to do. If anything, as they win more and more, they seem to look for bigger and bigger clips. Jack instantly using that flip in order to not go flying away, stop his upward momentum after the challenge. But he still allowed Stizzy into a 1v1. Stizzy guides the ball to the post and will be rewarded with a save. That's a powerful shot on target, but Jack able to deny it, collect it, carry it away. Nowasaki will force this one in, though. Just double jumps and stuffs it at the top shelf. Charlie B making sure that Stizzy's challenge was not early, saying, hey, you're going to have to defend him all the way back on the goal line or get demoed. That allows Nowasaki to find his way in. Jack, what a tight angle double. Drops the great pass as Stizzy had the kickoff that made it all happen. Jack so quick. He's on a time limit there to get to the net before the recovering player off the kickoff. He passes the time trial. I'm not sure why some of them, other top twos teams didn't queue up. Seems like a fun time. Seems like twos, 2v2 tournament. Good time with the buds. Get a little cash along the way. Better than 2v2 ranked, which they might even just be doing anyways. Jack and Stizzy up 3-2. 20 seconds. Surely some of the hope is starting to dwindle away if you're Caliente. You beat him before, but it just seems like you can't do anything about it now. Sure, you're 1 goal away with 5 seconds left to go, but it's going to take a miracle to score that one and more. A part of you might just want to get out of here and be done with the beatdown, but Nowasaki's going to try. Pass up to Charlie B. Denied by Stizzy. Should hit ground. I don't think Nowasaki can get there in time. 6 straight for Jack and Stizzy to reverse the brackets, sweep it, and take first place.